Hey there, I'm Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com and author of the book, Daily Love, Growing into Grace, and welcome to this week's episode of Daily Love TV. I'm coming to you this week from Bali, one of my favorite places in the entire world. And in a recent survey, we had a Daily Love reader ask, Mastin, how do I stop dating emotionally unavailable people? How do I stop dating emotionally unavailable people? This is a great question, and I can tell you, for me and for Jenna and everyone here at Daily Love, we really have a heart to get you into a relationship where there is true love and passion. Because when you have that true love and passion in a relationship, it magnifies everything else that you go through. The first thing you want to do when you have something is that you want to share it. When you have a new experience or a new outcome, you want to share that with somebody else. And in sharing that, the joy and the love magnifies. The problem is we can get in our own way when we tend to date emotionally unavailable people. And the thing is, if we choose someone who's emotionally unavailable, it always ends the same way. It ends in disaster, it ends in crisis, it ends in a way that doesn't feel good. So the question is, how do we stop the cycle of dating emotionally unavailable people? Well, what I've found when I teach a retreat here in Bali or at my Claim Your Power Live seminars, what I found is that one of the reasons why we tend to pick emotionally unavailable people is that because on a deeper level, on an unconscious, on an other than conscious level, we have a deeper fear that if we pick someone who's emotionally available, that fear of intimacy, it's either the fear of being seen or the fear of being abandoned kicks in. So we pick people who seem safe emotionally, but really they're just emotionally unavailable. And so if we really stop and think about and look at the people that we've dated up until now, we can be really clear that, you know what, I think on an unconscious level, I chose someone who was emotionally unavailable because I was not ready to fully commit to an intimate relationship. So if you're ready to fully commit, if you're ready to dive into a relationship where someone is emotionally available, you gotta get your uncertainty boots on and really start to prepare yourself to be seen, to be loved, and for the possibility for it all to unravel, because there is no such thing as certain love. There is no such thing as a sure thing in relationships. It's always a gamble, it's always a risk, but it's a necessary risk, because think about what happens if you don't open up. Think about what happens if you don't pick someone who's available. You're gonna wind up alone. And by the way, I don't think that you have to be in a relationship. If you're single and loving it, I fully support that. Of course we support that. And we also believe that human beings are designed as relational beings. We're meant to be in relationship. Everything is expanded and grows when we're in a relationship. At the same time, a soulmate relationship or a relationship with someone who is your better half or your partner in crime or your twin flame, whatever the wording might be, requires risk, because you're going to show a part of yourself, a vulnerable, scared part of yourself that gets to open up slowly, gets to open up very slowly in a relationship. And that takes courage. So chances are, up until now, if you've picked someone who's not emotionally available, it's simply because you haven't quite been ready to really show that vulnerable side of yourself. And what's cool is that if you make the right selection, and by the way, that's the key thing here, if you make the right selection, you can start to show and open yourself up in more and more vulnerable ways, and your fears will be proven wrong. The right partner will show up for you. The right partner will love you. The right partner will see you, and you have to give them that opportunity. So trust yourself at the beginning of a relationship. If someone doesn't feel safe, if someone feels closed off, send them on their way and wish them well, and really have that high standard to let the right person in at the right time. Make it your intention to choose someone who is emotionally available, and then become the person that it takes to really allow yourself to be seen, to be recognized, and to not be abandoned. This takes massive self-love, it takes a lot of courage, and it's a really incredible journey. The soulmate relationship journey is perhaps the most powerful journey we can take on the spiritual path, because we are dealing with this other person who is uncertain, who we can't control, and who really we've given our heart to. So that is a true, deep spiritual journey. In fact, one time my therapist said to me, you know, Mastin, you've read all the books, you've done all the seminars, if you really want to grow spiritually, get into a relationship. So that would be my advice to you, is that if you're attracting emotionally unavailable people, it might be time to become emotionally available yourself, to feel those feelings and to allow yourself to be vulnerable with the right person. Now, you might be watching this video over on YouTube or over on Facebook. I encourage you to come on over to thedailylove.com and leave a comment below this video and let me know, how are you going to be emotionally available up until now? How are you going to choose the right person? How are you going to trust yourself in your own emotional state and allow yourself to be vulnerable with the right person? Also, please feel free to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube so that you can get our latest and greatest updates via email as soon as we post a video. It's been my great pleasure to serve you this week. Remember, my deepest wish for you here at Daily Love TV is to get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you next week.